If anybody is there, if anybody can hear me, please say something. We'll get started in just a minute or two. Alright. So what can we get started with? Waiting for people to come in or say something. I guess I'll just, I'll listen to my heart. See Mitsurugi, Lizardman. Height might affect the character's strength. Okay. Ah, it seems okay. Change the character's face. Lizardman, Lizardman, and Lizardman. Hit manually. So my Lizardman can't wear clothes, huh? Okay. Yeah, this seems like it could be a foundation for King K. Rool. Possibly. Possibly. It looks like Ryan's joined us. Hello, Ryan. Thank you for joining me. My plan here was for the audience to dictate character creation, or for this is just characters, excuse me, to create for the stream. Saying holy, that could be part of the issue. Does that sound better? Let me know as soon as possible. Yeah, because just looking here, looks like my levels were kind of high. So much better. Okay. I guess I'll move on to rare replay. I could very easily go back to Soul Calibur though, as the games are right next to me. Let's see, Mr. Top 10 List is here, and he's telling me to change the stream. Oops. I thought I changed it. Yeah. This is most certainly not Taito. Thank you so much for pointing that out, man. Alright, yeah, anyway, no big plans tonight. I just going with the flow. We'll see where we are in about 75 minutes. But I hope everybody's doing fine. Let me see. What's a game y'all would like me to tackle? I'm not too crazy about the ZX Spectrum rare games, but I might lean more towards the NES games. NES, Super NES era. Slalom, RC Pro-Am, Cobra Triangle, Snake Rattle and Roll, Solar Jetman, Digger T-Rock, NES Battletoads. Leaning more a bit towards though. Arcades Games says no Saber Wolf love. I find a lot of the ZX Spectrum games, I find them to be hard for reasons that are dumb. I just die very quickly, and I'm not too crazy about them. Attic Attack, I don't even know how you navigate through this game. But you are sticking your tongue out at me. Gunfight's a pretty bad offender of that too. So these how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. these 7 ZX Spectrum games, I feel that you mostly need to appreciate them from a historical perspective. Unless you grew up with a, quote unquote, grew up with a ZX Spectrum. And I don't need to load anything. Now, where'd that remote go? Anyway, I'll do RC Pro-Am for a little bit. RC Pro-Am is part of a generation of games. I like to call them the remote control racing car games, kind of like Super Sprint by Atari. It works in RC Pro-Am because you are playing as remote controlled cars. I don't think this style of game has aged terribly well. But it's certainly not bad by any means. I think this is a little bit more playable than, say, the original Wave Race, for instance. Oh, that was pitiful. Oh, that was pitiful. Juan wants to know if I have Killer Instinct. Yeah. Not on this console, though. I have Killer Instinct Cold is in this collection. And honestly, I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at the classic Killer Instinct games. I'm better at Killer Instinct 2013. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. No. No. That was stinky. Another game similar to this, Super Off-Road. The cars are the same color, so I feel like a game like this was kind of trendy for the time. Juan wants to know if this has jetpack. Yes, it has jetpack. No, I almost had first place. Ryan says that RC Pro-Am is rough. Yeah, I much prefer games like Outrun or Road Blasters. Oh, that sucked. We'll do Juan's request and move on to what the hell was it? Killer Instinct, which I probably won't do very good at either. I find that even though I appreciate Rare a lot as a company, that I'm not very good at most of their games. Juan points out that Evangelion is on Netflix. Good win for Netflix. Where's that? Where the hell is that remote? It'll turn up. It always does. Ryan points out that he's not a fan of most of their games. They have their ups and their downs. Juan is making a coming in 1995 for Ultra 64. That never happened, and there was also a similar lie was told with Cruisin' USA, which came out late and was not identical to the home version. Like Nintendo and Midway lied and said they would. No! So I find this to be more playable than Mortal Kombat. I'm not a big fan of the classic Mortal Kombat games, which I'm somewhat sorry to say. I know some of you are a fan of it, but I still feel like this it leans a little bit more on the button mashy side of things with some of the combos. The combo breaker thing allows for more advanced play, but especially when I'm playing by myself, I feel like the computer has an advantage. Although I'm actually winning here. We'll see how long that lasts. Yep, I jinxed myself, alright. I'm not sure how successful Killer Instinct 2 was when it came out. I remember the first game being pretty successful, but 2 seemed, at least from my perception, to be kind of an ignored game. Ryan says that classic Mortal Kombat is so stiff. I think I really don't care much for the first game. I think 2 and 3 are a little bit better. But I still feel that there's a lot of cheapness in those games. Juan pointed out that Steven Hillenberg died. Yeah, that information was all over Facebook today, and it was very sobering to hear about that, for sure. Juan says, alright, be positive, people. Well, Ryan, I'm curious, what are some rare games that you like? Crap. I almost had her. Juan reminds us, yeah, I know about only on your Ultra 64. Yes, Juan, Jetpack is in this collection. Which I think that's the first game Rare did back when they were called Ultimate Play the Game. I was paid by a client to do a presentation about Rare earlier this year, and this collection helped me immensely. It was very convenient. Yeah, if you have an Xbox One, I highly recommend it. It's not in print anymore, but it shouldn't be too hard to find, and it should be between $20 and $30. Juan wants to know if we're still doing the Soul Calibur character creation. Yeah, possibly later. I was doing it earlier and nobody seemed to care, but I could probably attempt to do 2 or 3. Tonight's stream, I don't want going past 9 o'clock my time. Crap. I think I made my point here. I think that will save the session. I could do jetpack now, Juan. Right, it says Conquers Bedford A, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark Zero. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh well. Release state is a. Meh. Yeah, Jet Force Gemini was a game that I loved as a kid, and doesn't really do anything for me these days. Mr. Top 10 list says Viva Pinata. I actually don't have it installed on this particular console. Okay, so here's the... Possibly someday. Viva Pinata is less of a game and more of an experience. Okay. So Jetpack is one of the earliest games made by a company called Ultimate Play the Game, which was the predecessor company to Rare before they changed their name. And I think it might be their first game if I remember correctly. It's a pretty simple arcade-like game for ZX Spectrum. Now let's hope I should. Yeah. I find that in a lot of these ZX Spectrum games that the games kind of just kill you. Alright. I have to do something to rebuild the spaceship. This is embarrassing. Guys, I'm almost out of game over here. This is not good. Not good, not good, not good. Alright, and there we go. The color scheme reminds me a lot of a Taito. Games that Taito released in the late 70s. That's game over. Well, that sucked. Let's see. Ryan is saying something about... not Ryan. Juan is saying something about Donkey Kong 64. So Jetpack was hidden in Donkey Kong 64. Where's the Jetman? Okay. Oh, you bastard. Ugh. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So I think of their ZX Spectrum games, I think this game does have a charm to it. I really hate these fireballs. They're the worst. Come on, let's try to do one blast off. Waluigi says rare replay. Yeah, we're gonna do this for a little bit, and then I'll do a Soul Calibur character creation dictated by yous guys. All right, lift off, yay! The game is beaten. Not really, but I'd like to pretend it was. Juan is saying something about GoldenEye. GoldenEye is not in this collection because there's a licensing fiasco as far as James Bond video games are concerned. It's a huge fiasco between Nintendo and Activision, and it's just a nightmare. Jeez, how many lives do I have left? Juan is mentioning that Rare made Mickey Superstar Raceway. That wasn't too great, but at least I got one blast off. Juan, I haven't played Mickey Superstar Racing in a while. Ryan points out that the 007 Games license is currently not owned by anything. Yeah, that's because they don't make James Bond video games anymore. Or rather, I mean, because of that, they don't... what am I trying to say? For that reason, there's no James Bond games being made anymore, and I'd really like to see another great one in my lifetime. As a fan of the franchise. What's something else I could do quickly? You could say Battletoads, but there's some people who don't get past level 3 in Battletoads, and I'm one of them. And then the arcade game is fun with other people. There's a few really cheap moments. I'll embarrass myself in Battletoads. But yeah, there are people who they just can't get past that damn turbo tunnel. And I have a few times, but that has historically been a stopping point in this game for me. Juan says, please call your local GameStop. At a time when this game was in stock, GameStop had a pin that said, ask me about Battletoads, which that sounds like putting hell on your employees. So if you're good at Battletoads, I say all the power to you, but I ultimately could not call it a favorite because I just find the game to be a pain in the ass. Like, if the entire game was more like this level, I would really love it. Uncle Waluigi says that he wishes still in stock. He doesn't have $30 for rare replay digitally. I mean, I don't know if you're old enough to order things off the internet, but if I can't find things in stores, I buy them on the internet. And the version of Perfect Dark on this collection, it's so good that well, it's based on the 360 version. It it replaces the Nintendo 64 version, which is pretty crazy to me. All right, get on the flying hippo thingy. No, I just like that life down. When I was younger, I didn't know that those were supposed to be hearts. I thought they were teeth. Oh, yikes. Guys, that's not good. I lost 2 lives in the first level. Somebody's pointing out the rewind feature. I mean, I could do that, but it seems a little cheap. Crap. This sucks. Juan wants to know if they have the iPod music. I don't know what that means, but no, they do not. Juan says that Battletoads could be on top 10 video game characters for a grand. That's pretty lousy. That was a game over right there. Damn it, AT. Let's try again. Not there, because their rash was red. So yeah, I don't know if what people's experiences with this game is. I feel like Battletoads is a game that's more infamous than it is famous, really. But I do feel like if the game was more like this first level, this first level does reel you in. It's just later on it just gets very aggravating. Juan is asking for a new Battletoads game. Send your letters to Microsoft, man. Juan points out that Rash is a playable character in Killer Instinct 2013. Ryan says he beat it once. If I was wearing a hat, it would be off to you, sir. That's something I would like to see. Uncle Waluigi points out that he's barely played. His main experience is with Killer Instinct and Shovel Knight. Oh, no. Okay. Ryan says that he has no desire to ever beat Battletoads again. Grant, I didn't think you'd be able to make it. That sucks. That's a life lost. I didn't even know you could go that far. I'm learning new things about Battletoads today. We're gonna see how far I can get into Battletoads. I'm expecting my cutoff point to be the 3rd level, as per usual, and then we'll mess around in Soul Calibur character creation for about an hour, and then we'll all go home. Well, hopefully most of us are home. Juan points out that the Battletoads arcade game is much more violent. Yes, they were not. The game was not. Nintendo was not involved in it, and they thought they could get away with more violence in an arcade game, which they did. And some parts of that game are pretty damn gruesome. So I don't know how well you guys can hear the audio. Supposedly I sound good, but yeah, even though this isn't my favorite level in the world, they do a good job of the sound design. Does a good job of making you feel like you're descending and you're very high up and rappelling down. So once again, David Wise gets a gold star. Ryan says, "Sat grabbing and punching. It's painful to see." We talking about Battletoads Arcade? At Houston Arcade Expo, there was a Battletoads machine, and I managed to get some footage of it, of just the arcade machine by itself when the place opened. And when I came back, it was busy the rest of the day. The remaining 10 hours. Okay, I'm assuming Ryan's talking about the violence in the Battletoads arcade game. Yeah, there's one part where this boss, who's the snake douchebag, who he bites you, and like geysers of blood come out like it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, specifically Kill Bill. That's not in all of Quentin Tarantino's movies. Juan is saying that the Yu-Gi-Oh anime was violent before it got toned down. I can only take one more hit. And oh, yeah, I think I have one more continue left. Well, I'll take it. What the hell? Now, if you're wondering, when you double tap on the side of the wall, Rash turns into the wrecking ball, which smashes the enemies. This is one of those things that the game doesn't really explain. I haven't read the manual of this game. It's one of those weird things that I've had to figure out on my own. Grant wants to know if the Battletoads waterboard anybody in the arcade game. Thankfully not. Ugh. There we go. I mean, someday I would like to do a full playthrough of Battletoads Arcade with Sam. That's something we've been wanting to do for years. We just never got around to it. Bastard. Okay, that's game over. Let's see. Uncle Waluigi wants to know if I know that Fallout New Vegas DLC is Hell on Earth. I don't know anything about Fallout, really. So I don't know that. The sad part is I own Fallout 1 and 3. So you'd think I wouldn't have an excuse, but the only one I've played all the way through is Fallout 1. Okay. We'll go back to Soul Calibur for 1 hour. Character creation. Grant points out that early Yu-Gi-Oh! Was experimenting. It sure was. Well, early Yu-Gi-Oh! Is mostly about Yugi dealing out poetic justice to scoundrels. And then it became a card battle anime. Manga/anime. Uncle Waluigi says he might create along with me. Cool. And maybe now will be a good time to remind you all that if you like this stream, want to see more like it, or more video reviews from us, be sure to hit that like button. Smash, as is the YouTube nomenclature. Okay. Oops, I turned my computer speakers on by mistake. Okay. Juan points out that the Unreal Engine is going to be used on Nintendo Switch. Is Unreal going to be used for Smash Brothers? Oh. Okay, so what we're gonna try to make, I know some of you had ideas, and let's see where we can go. Let's see what's in the Barney bag. But don't say boss baby. Please don't. I've already clarified. Sam said that he was pulling my leg. Okay, Bradley says Officer Jenny. That's a pretty cool choice, actually. Uncle Waluigi accidentally booted up Sonic the Fighters. That's on Xbox One? I didn't know that. I know that it's on PS3, and when I record footage from it, I do it off of Sonic Gems collection. Officer Jenny, 2 for Officer Jenny. Let's do this. Cool. Uncle Waluigi points out backwards compatibility. I want to know if I can do a character from Neon Genesis Evangelion. I guess I could probably try that after Officer Jenny. What character moveset should we give her? What would be good for a police officer? Barely says Cervantes. We gotta go to Trey for any version of Officer Jenny. So when Duplica was impersonating Officer Jenny, what she says is, "You're under arrest." So like, dude, where's my probable cause? All right. All right. So we got requests for the original design. Okay. Ooh, Ryan says tell him. Let me just look at her artwork. I mean, does she use a baton or something? I think Talon might be a good place if we're looking for that. Let's see what we can do. So, let's see hair. You don't really see her without her hat, and she has what I can only describe as 90s manga hair. So what would be a good way of doing 90s manga hair? Shinobi style sounds too samurai-like. Yeah, I don't think you really ever see her from behind, is the thing. But we will be putting a hat on her. So what would be the best style? Uncle Waluigi says the afro obviously. Braided ribbon. Nah, that's too short. How much stuff I can make Sailor Mars? We gotta do one request at a time, Juan. So if you could prioritize one after this. For now, let's do Officer Jenny. I just don't think that hair is right. Geisha will most definitely not be right. Nah. How about just long? No, it's gotta have the I guess ponytail. But it just no. Maybe we might have to just blend some of the styles here. Because I'm on Bulbapedia right now and having all of her official artwork side by side. Ponytail. That seems to be what you guys say. Doesn't she have some distinct eyebrows? Some distinctions on her eyebrows or something like that. Body. Like, I seem to remember her eyebrows being somewhat prominent. I don't know if that's just me. Am I hallucinating that? Okay. So what would work as the police officer hat? Could that possibly work with some color alteration? I really don't know here. I believe that's Talum's hat. Let's see, facial equipment. She does not have any other facial equipment. Okay, clothes here. Yeah, I guess we could do the unitard and then put something vest-like over that. Might this tunic work, or... What the mistress said. Where are these feathers? I have no idea where these feathers are. Actually, the unitard doesn't work because she wears a skirt, so I can't do that. Special equipment. Alright, where are these feathers? Beetle horns, Beetleborgs, feathers, there we go. Is that right? Is that what we're doing here? Two of those lodged in the back of the skull. It sounds so cruel. I don't know what the hell we're doing. Is this what we're doing here? This is very strange. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Is that right? You think that's better? Maybe with some color correction. That might be weird enough to work. Alright, let's see. Shoes. That's about as close to her shoes as we could get. I mean, it looks like she wears stilettos. So. Alright, now for some color. Okay, her. So she has, I guess you would say teal hair. It's like dark teal. Yeah, that looks cool. Okay. I have no idea what color I'm changing here. Guess I'll leave it alone. I don't know what's flashing here. Okay, eyebrows will be the same as this. It's not quite right. See, it was about here, was it? Yeah, close enough. Let's see. Okay. Color stickers and patterns. Alright, what can we do about these clothes here? So let's make that a nice dark blue. Looks a little bit more purple than blue. Yeah, let's go more to the purple side. It's like midnight blue. Let's see. A message got retracted. Well, don't say things that are inappropriate. Okay. What else could we do? Guess we could make this black. Carrot. And this we could make, we could either keep it the red color or, I feel like that almost works in some weird way. So this I'll make the teal color. It's not really teal, it's like, it's more like cyan, really. Okay. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but I am still liking it nonetheless. Okay. And then, I mean, this we can make a darker blue. $338.9. Okay. And this can just be something a bit lighter, actually. I guess. I mean, the thing is, her arm, her cuff thingy-mabobs are red normally. Juan wants me to make the milkman. Juan, yeah, just a reminder. Let's try to narrow these character requests down a little bit. I'll tackle somebody after we try to do this, Jenny. I mean, I like it, but I don't know if it's really identifiable as Officer Jenny. That's the issue. I'm not sure on how I could improve this. $330. Juan is seeming to say that his favorite Netflix show is The Toys That Made Us. I need to check it out. My favorite Netflix show is Daredevil. I think it's phenomenal. Alright. Don't know if it's Jenny per se, but I still like it. So we'll just leave it at that. And they wanted to call her Danielle. We can always give it another shot another time. Okay, Juan, what character did you want? You said somebody from Evangelion, was it? Or somebody else? We could probably try to do that, and then I am out of here. Oh, my back is killing me. Oh. Let's see. I was missing this on the chat earlier, but Mr. Top 10 List said, Officer Jenny, can't you see? You lock me up and throw away the key. I feel like I should get that reference immediately, but alas, I do not. Yeah, Juan, what characters were you suggesting? Let's throw out one. Just one. One says Ray from NGE. Okay. That should be doable. Alright, but first I'm going to step out and get a drink. Just hang on. Alright, thank you for being patient. I've returned. Let's see who's still here. Mr. Tutunlis points out that Waluigi was sort of in Soul Calibur when Damperior was around. And no, he's not. Alright, yeah, we'll go with Ray. So Ray should be simple enough. She's got her bob and her white jumpsuit. Yeah, my only real concern is what kind of weapon should she use? Whose moveset should we give her? Let's see what are the bob options. Equipment. Actually, one thing I probably should have given Jenny is the gloves. It's one thing I forgot. Kitty meow suit. What does this look like? No, not quite. It's a Rosalina. I don't know if that's quite right. No, we don't want it to be like a dress. It's got to be like just a one-piece suit, really. So maybe a simple top will do. Maybe the pants will fix everything. And there will be a way to emulate her straps. I don't know how to describe it. She has straps. So no. Possibly if we make that white, except for the red part, that might work. Okay. And I don't think I'm going to have my picture of her open. I don't think she really wears anything on her hips. Let's see. Rei Ayanami. I mean, I almost feel like she has a crotch guard, almost. Don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that. I like doing this. I think it's interesting. It really does make you think about what components make up a character. I feel like that somehow works in the Soul Calibur setting. All right, let's change her. I forgot to give her Zhanghua's weapons. There we go. And then what weapon should we give her? Krita Yuga? Something else? Northern Star? What would work best for her? Soul Calibur. Kyra. I kind of like the way that looks. Okay. Alright. Then I can always change her voice later. Equipment. I don't think I have a really good idea of what kind of shoe wear Rei wears in her jumpsuit. Come to think of it. It's just, I mean, it's all got to be like a One Piece theme, Bob. That's the thing. Okay, we gotta get some gloves. Cool. Lady Knight's greaves. That might possibly be a bit too heavy though, that's the thing. Cuff boots, stiletto. The trick is to make it look tight, not heavy. Zephyr leg guards. Maybe I should just stick with the knee socks. Fighting in socks sounds like a terrible idea. God. Love thigh highs. Slacks. Possibly if we do that, we may not need to do slacks. DX11332 Sega is here. I'm probably just gonna have to call you Sega guy. That's alright with you? Now let's do the slacks. Thigh highs. He's giving me some love because I did rare replay. You missed that. That was in the earlier part of the stream. We're actually going to wrap this up in about 20 minutes or sooner. So, Now we're going to color everything. And here we're attempting to make Rey from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Believe it or not. So is there any way we can make the skin paler? Because I always just see... Or possibly we should just leave it alone. I just see her as a very pale looking girl in general. And Rey's hair is a very... it's like a darker periwinkle. Almost. I think that's pretty close to it, actually, yeah. And, her iris is like a red color, right? Does that sound right to you? We'll go with that. Okay. So we stick with the default white, and then if we can make these straps red, I feel like it's pretty clear it's supposed to be Rey. Nah, it should be darker. What do you guys think? Good likeness? Is it clear who it's supposed to be? Something we gotta remove? Not sure what else to do. Actually, you know, one thing I could do, now just looking at my side-by-side comparison, possibly we can make these gloves black. I can't make the parts I want black. The forearms should be black, not the entire gloves, but that's the best I can do. Ew, it looks like an ugly color. Yeah, she's got that, and then maybe we could add there's like a little bit of green in her mid torso. Maybe that's one thing that we could change. Why isn't it letting me change it? Okay, so one of my buddies on Discord is saying that her straps on her shoulders are really more orange in color. More orange than red. Interesting. I'll take that suggestion and see where we go with it. Oh yeah, I don't like it. I'll stick to red. Oh, what else could I do? I could possibly make the pouches black on the side here to try to be about as close to the little black stripes that she's supposed to have on the side. Juan says, I know we're having fun. Yeah, I was starting to feel like this is just a one and done deal, but just thinking about it more, I feel like there's more factors that need to be considered. Body equipment. There's something you can put on the neck. I don't know how you imitate a high color. That's the thing. Nah, that won't look good. Fur scarf. Nah. Just leave it alone. What do we think? Are we satisfied? Or could something else be fixed up? I think the under, and that's not really underwear, it's like under clothing underneath the outer layer, I guess you could say. Maybe we can make that a little bit red to try to imitate the red color. It's one thing I could possibly adjust. Why won't it let me make it red? That's weird. There, like a subtle bit of red. Quality says looks good. Again, there's a few liberties that have to be taken because of the limitations. But I feel like it's almost clear who it's supposed to be. Juan says, coming soon in 1995, only on your Ultra 64. Killer Instinct. Can't wait. And let's do a mock battle. Let's see how she looks. In action. There's my remote. Kind of like Justice League Action. Whatever happened to Justice League Action? Duh, it got canceled. Whatever happened to Robot Jones? He got canceled. I kind of miss Justice League Action. I just, I don't know. Cartoon Network, I feel like if it's not Teen Titans Go, they treat the show like rat garbage. Possibly Gumball gets treated well as well. Juan mentioned that Cruisin' got advertised on the Ultra 64. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier because I was doing a lot of research about Midway recently, so I learned about that. Ryan, who was in the stream earlier, Arcades Games, he pointed out in a long play of Cruisin' USA that he did that Midway and Nintendo got a lot of flack because they said that Cruisin' USA on Nintendo 64 back during the Ultra 64 hype circuit, they claimed that it was going to be an arcade perfect port, and it wasn't because the arcade version of Cruisin' USA was made on a JAMA arcade board with customized by Midway's specifications. Whereas the N64 version used the N64 hardware. So I just wasn't meant to be. That being said, I like the cruising games on the N64, and I would really love to play the arcade games again. I haven't. There was an arcade near where me and Sam lived that used to have a really nice selection. Unfortunately, a lot of their machines got sold to some collectors in Houston, and I have not been able to get into contact with any of those people to try and play them or take pictures or anything. But anyway, this arcade in particular, they had Cruisin' World, which is one of my favorite arcade racing games. Really, well, my top one would probably be Outrun, honestly. But in any case, I just I miss seeing games like that in the arcade. Okay, we need to change her voice. Ray should not sound perky. She's supposed to be stoic, borderline emotionless. Juan is asking me about Christmas. Juan, what do you need to know about Christmas? I can see Ray saying that. What do you need to know about Christmas, Juan? Okay, I could possibly try to do one more character. Uh, but don't say Waluigi or the Boss Baby, or I'm just not gonna do it. Juan wants to know what's the deal with Christmas. I don't know about New Year's Eve, but I work on Christmas. I know for a fact. So I will most likely, if I were to do any streams around Christmas time, it would probably be the day before or the day after. I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think the day before. Let's go look at that calendar there. That is, I mean, not to give away too much about what I do. I work at a movie theater. In case you're wondering why the hell I'm working on Thanksgiving. So they are never closed. Sam is here. Well, that was unexpected. Hey Sam, we're gonna do one more character before we get off. Since you're the birthday boy, ladies and gentlemen, and others, today is Sam's birthday. So, Sam, why don't you throw us a suggestion and don't say the Boss Baby. Please, for the love of God, don't say the Boss Baby. Juan wants to know why people want to go to the movie theater on Thanksgiving. Because Wreck-It Ralph and Fantastic Beasts are in the theater. Sam says Lara Croft. Are we going to try to do 90s Lara or modern day Lara? I'm assuming modern day because you and I prefer the modern Tomb Raider games. What kind of look will we try to give her? Because modern day Lara is quite fashionable and has some pretty cool outfits. Like her more casual look, or we want to go with the winter jackets. So yeah, unfortunately, Christmas is the busiest time for the movie. That's when they're in the black, where they actually make profits. And I imagine it'll probably be it'll probably be busier than I was last week with Thanksgiving. If I didn't complain about it before, before today, why I didn't stream for a while is because I was working 10 days straight. Possibly a little bit more than that. So let's see here. It's the thirstiest time of the year. We're talking about need for hydration, right? Right, that's what we're talking about, right? We're not using thirst in any other context, right? Okay. Because I was thirsty a few minutes ago. That's why I got some delicious iced tea. Okay. So let's think here. I got my. Actually, didn't I have Rise of the Tomb Raider right next to me? I thought I had it here. Okay, I moved it over here. If I'm gonna go by the box art of Rise of the Tomb Raider, she's got her winter gear going. Uncle Waluigi says that he wants a Sprite cranberry. Bradley says, or Coca-Cola. I can't remember who owns Sprite. Sprite is a Coca-Cola product. I'm aware of this because I used to do work for Pepsi. And I had some people think that Pepsi sells Sprite and they do not sell Sprite. Okay, here. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are learning things about me today. Okay. So Lara's hair is slightly long. Nah, not the curls. Would the long outfit work? I wish there were more. It really frustrates me how limited these hairstyles are. Princess long. Is that where it goes all the way down to, your butt? Yeah, I mean, if only there was a way you could just get in there and comb the character. Uncle Waluigi's got to get out of here. Okay. Sorry to see you, man. Hope to see you next week. This will probably be the last stream for this week. I need to work on other projects and things and stuff. It's just one nuance these styles don't seem to understand is that some girls have wavy hair. French braid. That's not. Let's see how it looks. That would be closer to classic Lara, I think. Yeah, what the hell? Okay. So, if Sam is still here, Sam, buddy, if you're still here, I mean, yeah, because classic Lara had a ponytail. We're gonna try to go for when she's wearing her more casual clothing or the survival gear. The cool thing is that the Soul Calibur options allow us to do both. I'll let you guys think about that while I'll be All right, sorry about that. Thank you for your patience. Had to talk to my dad about something important, and 11 people are watching. Wow. Okay, making. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't a I wasn't a drink big. I have my drink right here. I actually needed to check on. I won't be around to my dad about something important. Okay, so Sam says the tank top is fine. Okay. So basic clothes. Okay, and in the modern Tomb Raider games, Lara fights with pickaxes. And in addition to her firearms as well. So, what would be a good way to show the pickaxes? What would be a good move set to give her? And then is there a nice belt we can give her? Just some of these belts are ridiculous. No, we don't need to give her a choker. That just does not work at all. Nah, no belt. Let's see here. So this is make the tank top navy blue. Her tank top is not navy blue. It's more like periwinkle, honestly. Um, in the older games, it's a lighter blue, and then in the recent movie, it's more like a teal color. I don't know why I said color funny like that. Alright, so those would be good boots to wear. Well, I mean, if we're gonna, I feel like we're going for a compromise between the old design and the new one. Um, the new one, she has some stuff wrapped around her ankles. I don't know what it is. Ashiguro Greaves. Nah. There. I wouldn't even call those cuff boots. They're ankle length. Okay, so whose moveset should we give her? Sega Guy says give her a crossbow and a knife. Who uses a crossbow? Yeah, Sim, the problem is the belt options suck. They're too oversized. So they don't really look good. Ezio. Okay. Where's that guy? Hey, are you pulling my leg? I don't think he's here. You guys shouldn't play pranks on me. we need somebody. If we can't do the crossbow, we gotta do the pickaxes. So he was the guest. Okay, making fun of me. That's it. Okay. I mean, I hate to keep doubling back to tell him, but I feel like that's about as close to the pickaxes as we can get. There, those are savage. They just look a little bit more pickaxe-like to me. And we just we change the colors a bit, and we should be in business. So let's see here. I mean, modern Laura. Close. Yeah, I'm not sure how to describe the color of her top. It's like grayish blue. I think that might be right. Okay. All right, and then we gotta get khaki colored pants. This is gonna be a bit tough to emulate. That's not khaki. Does that seem right? I mean, that's like a beige color. Sam says darker blue. You mean the top? You think the top should be darker? Okay. I don't understand why these websites make these images so small. I have a terrible time really making out a lot of this stuff. Only just hampered by my poor vision. I feel like the best we can do is just think about this as a compromise between classic Laura and new Laura. I'm liking this direction we're going in. I think we just need to make the boots a bit darker. So where would this color be on the thingy? Brown is such a complex color, isn't it? It's not quite red. It's not quite yellow. It's not quite orange. It's just something different. Sam says just a little. You gotta elaborate. I'm not sure what you mean, man. Yeah, I don't think I can really change the color of that with the options I'm here. I can make this white. That would be more accurate. Okay. Okay, and then these should be black. Are there sunglasses here? Because classic Laura was known for her sunglasses. Purple goggles. No. She's not a pirate. Square glasses. Could possibly make those. If only there was a way to change the shape. Because classic Laura had these circular sunglasses that was used. Or should we just not have them? Sam thinks I should make the clothes a bit darker. Good thinking. Okay. How about that? And then I guess we'll just avoid the glasses. All right. So I guess this is our hybrid Laura. Maybe we could try to see what the belt looks like. I don't think it's gonna look too good. Dancer's belt. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not liking it. Juan says yes. That's good, right? Oh wait, voice. Gotta get something British. Can barely hear this. Nah, it's too high. Probably the best we can do. Bradley says I should call her Laura Croft. When me and Inverted and Sam when they were watching me play Rise of the Tomb Raider a few days ago, we had this bad joke about how I'm Laura Craft and I'm crafting when I play Tomb Raider. Because you craft in Rise of the Tomb Raider. So let's see how the mock battle looks. Juan is pointing out that the Ultra 64 Killer Instinct promotion was a lie. Yeah, we established that earlier tonight. Well, I didn't know Lara had fire powers. Cool. Sam says that I still think you think they need to be even darker, man? Alright, I'll try again for you, but I feel like we hit the sweet spot. But I'll do it. Sam says that it doesn't look very different from the last time we changed it. Well, you know, it's about subtlety. You change it very slightly. There. How about that? Versus Oko. Lara versus Oko. Oko Rock. Sam says the pants could be more brown. I think so too, but the game is a little bit poopy when it comes to our pants color options. Sam, brown is a pretty complex color that is, it's a little bit hard to pinpoint on the color wheel. As I say that, I think I'm getting closer to a browner color. Okay. This might be perfect, actually. Yeah. Okay. You made me eat my own words. Okay. How are we with that? We good? We bad? We said. Maybe a shade later. Oh, man. I think that looks good. Versus Ray X2 JoJo. What's JoJo, Juan? How about that? That was one shade lighter. Sam says K, good night. I mean, if you like it, I hope you like it. Jotaro versus Lara Croft. Jotaro's character design is so overblown that I don't know how you could do it in Soul Calibur. It's probably possible. I just the thought of doing so intimidates me. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, guys, I hit the 2-hour mark. I went on a little bit longer than I thought I was going to tonight. But I had fun. This is probably going to be the last stream, probably till next Monday, from the looks of it. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Your friend made Jotaro in SoCal, Alberta. Oh, you got to show that to me sometime, Bradley. Okay. Shut me up, obviously. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is probably going to be the last stream, at least till next week. Keep an eye out for my next video project. Whenever it gets done. That's all I could say for now. Till then, next time, take care. And yeah, just be sure to share the channel around. Share the links around. I'd appreciate it. All right. I'll see y'all later.